Hi, fight fans. Welcome to Split Decision Boxing. Okay, so it's finally been announced that at last we seem to be having a credible fight on the cards, if we are to believe Mr. Frank Warren. It was announced a few days ago that Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk have signed the deal. They've signed on the dotted line to meet each other to fight, and from what I can gather, all belts and titles will be on the line. And the proposal is that they will be fighting, I believe, in Saudi, and it will be at some point between now and March. So that Frank Warren was saying before March or before the end of March. I can't remember what it was he said. But anyway, so that fight now looks like it's on. Obviously, as we know, and we particularly know within the boxing fraternity, many a slip twixt a cup and a lip. And what I mean by that is anything can happen between now and then. And it most likely will, as we know. However, keep your fingers crossed. Let's hope that fight does go ahead, because it's probably the most exciting thing to happen in heavyweight boxing for a long time. And it's the fight I think that everybody wants. You've got the two champions, Tyson Fury, assuming he gets through this ridiculous bout with this MMA fighter, who I'm not even going to talk about because it just so annoys me so much. He's going to come through that, and there's no belts, there's nothing on the line in that fight. So obviously, providing he doesn't get hurt to a point where it affects his training and preparation for fighting Usyk, then it's all systems go. I think the build-up will be quite exciting. I'm looking forward to that. I'm sure we'll see lots of shenanigans from Mr. Fury. I've no doubt Tyson's father, John Fury, will get involved and embarrass himself like he normally does. And I'm sure that Mr. Usyk, who to me is equally mentally as strong as Tyson Fury, I think he will have a few tricks of his own up his sleeve in the build up to this fight. It doesn't seem very easily phased, does he, Usyk? We've seen him do this dancing and stuff in the ring and during training and stuff like that. So it should be quite exciting. Obviously, there's going to be the usual presentation of bad blood between the two, which I don't think really exists. As we all know, it's done to sell seats, done to sell tickets. And one thing that is for certain is that it will be a absolute sellout. And I would estimate that when tickets eventually go on sale for this fight, I believe records will be broken in the speed at which they sell out. Such will be the appetite to watch this fight. It's obviously also going to be pay-per-view, and it wouldn't surprise. I don't know what the price is going to be for this. I would imagine there's going to be a premium on this. As much as I hate pay-per-view with a passion, when ordinary people like you and me, when we pay our subscriptions to Sky and what other streaming services you might subscribe to, whether it's BT Sport or whoever, to then have to pay an added premium on top of that to watch a fight. You pay for my Sky package. I pay extra for the sports package, so I'm paying for my TV license, then I'm paying to have Sky, then I'm paying for the sports package. Then if I want to, I'm going to have to pay for BT Sport extra. If I want to watch this fight, I'm going to have to pay again to watch this fight. And I reckon you're going to be in the region of 30, 35, maybe £40 in the UK to watch this fight live. And you know what? I'll pay it. And people will pay it because this is a once in a lifetime, you know, it is arguably the biggest heavyweight bout this century so far. So I would definitely watch that. Now, it's early days to make predictions. So I do this very lightly, and I will likely do another video later on down the line with my predictions. But this is how I'm seeing it now. Okay, this is looking at the two fighters. You've got Alexander Usyk, not a natural heavyweight, but more than capable in the heavyweight division against whatever opponent you put him up against. He's proven that. He's proven that against AJ. A very, very clever boxer. Hard to hit, lots of movement, fairly small in comparison. And I think his boxing brain is second to none. That's where he gets his advantage over a lot of people. The question is, does he have the power and the strength to hurt and stop a 6'9"? I'm guessing he's going to come in at 20 stone, 19, 20 stone, 6'9", 20 stone. Phenomenon of a boxer. We all know when you look at a Tyson Fury, even at his fittest after months of preparation, we know he did this amazing feat of losing all the weight that he lost in preparation for his comeback bouts. And we've seen what he did against Deontay Wilder, the 3 fights he had against Wilder. But he doesn't look like an athlete, does he? He's big. We know he's powerful. We know the one thing we do know is you've got to hit him with a sledgehammer to put him down. And even when you do put him down, he's going to get back up. So you're going to have to hit him with a sledgehammer again, which is where Deontay Wilder failed after putting Tyson down. And Tyson, dubiously beat the 10 count and got up, famously got up. Had Deontay Wilder, I think, in my opinion, been a cleverer and a smarter boxer, he would have gone into Tyson Fury, all guns blazing, hitting him with as hard a shots in every shot he possibly could have immediately after, whilst Tyson's head would have still been fuzzy. But he failed to do that, and that's why we saw what happened, in my opinion. So Usyk is going to have a hell of a task in physically getting the better of Tyson Fury. He's certainly not going to be stronger than him. He's certainly not going to have as hard a punch as Deontay Wilder. So you ask the question, where will he find the strength to stop Fury if that's his plan? Well, maybe his plan isn't to knock him out. Maybe his plan is to overcome him with punches in bunches and punches from angles, and boxing skill, so that it reaches the point where, rather than one punch knocking him out, it reaches the point where it exhausts Tyson Fury, because there's nothing, a big fighter, a big heavy fighter will tire faster, that much we know. And I guess if he can work the body, Tyson always looks a little bit flabby around the midriff. So if he can work his body, what do they say? If you hit the tree, you hit the body of the tree, the trunk will fall. The tree will fall eventually. So I would imagine that will be his tactics. He'll have tiring tactics, exhausting tactics to try and get on top of on top of Tyson Fury and then eventually wear him down and stop him that way. But that's easier said than done, isn't it? Because Tyson, as I said, is a phenomenon. A phenomenon. And even when you think he's beat, he ain't beat. He ain't beat till he's unconscious, in my opinion. All the time he's awake, he's a threat. He's a danger. And if he can land on you, and this is the other thing, this is what makes him a great boxer. One of the greatest heavyweights we've had for a long, long time. You could argue the point, would he have beaten people like Lennox Lewis? I don't think so, personally. It's my opinion. But if he continues to beat whoever's put in front of him, how can you argue the point? Tyson Fury has never lost a fight. He's never lost a fight. He's unbeaten. He's undefeated. He's a lineal champion. And one of those strengths that make him that is, for such a big man, his movement is amazing. His head movement, his body movement, his speed of move is beyond heavyweight for me. And that will give him, that's where he will gain his advantage. And as good a boxer as I believe Usyk is, I believe Tyson will be too much for him. And right now, this is what I'm thinking right now, and this may change going forward, but right now I'm saying Tyson Fury to win. I'm not sure whether he'll get the stoppage. I'm saying Tyson Fury to win either on a late stoppage or a points decision. That's where I'm at right now. But do you know what? I'm so much looking forward to it. I can't wait. It's going to be a great build-up. I just hope and hope and hope that this fight actually happens. So if any of you, you boxing, people from Boxing Authority, in the off chance that you might be watching this video from a true boxing fan and boxing supporter, on behalf of all other true boxing fan and boxing supporters, pull out all the stops, please, guys. Mr. Warren, pull out all the stops. Make sure this fight definitely happens, because the fans want it. I'm sure the fighters want it. I'm sure Tyson Fury doesn't want to be bumming around fighting MMA fighters. I know the paycheck's nice, the money's nice, of course it is, and you're in it to support your family. But does he need the money? Not really. You'd probably take away $5 million out of his purse and he wouldn't miss it. But anyway, that's another story. Let's get this fight on. I want to see it. The fans want to see it. The boxing world needs it to get some credibility back in the game. That's it, fight fans. That's all from me on this one. I will be doing updates as you know, I hear more. Keep punching, keep fighting. I'm out here. Thank you. Bye.